Okay, it is 9:15 a.m. I have 4 stocks on the main watch list. I added a few OTCs that I noticed yesterday from looking at the chat. Yesterday was the first day that I actually looked at the chat after the markets have closed to go back and see what stocks were people looking at so I could find any potential plays. Yeah, CATB is first day. Volume isn't that good. It's trading the same amount of volume as GameStop, which is, 100 times more expensive. It's a first day stock, not the worst. Actually, never mind. I have not seen this. This is a sushi chart. We'll probably be cautious with this. Clear resistance in the fives if it even gets there. I'm just gonna have to keep looking at this stock. Not really bag holders, but definitely people might be selling into the spike from that big volume day there. GME, I'm just gonna watch. No clear setups that I want to trade. I haven't really looked at it. I just have it on the watch list. LMFA is a first day stock as well. This one is a bit nicer, although it might be scary. A lot of bag holders that might have been screaming right here from this big volume day might be trying to sell into this candle, so a bit conflicting. NAKD still on the watch list, just an impressive stock, moves a lot. There might be opportunity. I added this section. The more trades I miss, the more trades I make, so I can't take it too personally. When I miss a trade, I just have to make an adjustment, keep getting better at it. Yeah, just keep working towards it. We're in pre-market. We'll see. Maybe there will be some nice setups today. Okay, it's 9:20 a.m. I contemplated buying just one share of GME with Interactive Brokers. The issue is that I'm just worried that people are not able to buy with their brokers, which is, just think of it like an army. It's just less infantry available. Less artillery. Is just going to lower the odds of it being successful. But why am I interested in buying it here, or at least in theory? I'll probably just watch it. It's just, even with $300, it's just, I don't know, I just don't want to play that risk. Just because of its nice breakout right here over this, here, didn't even get to this level high enough. And then right here, it's just trending right above this breakout level of I'd say give or take about 383. It's just right above it, 386, 388. This could lead to a very nice short squeeze. I might end up buying later. Might give it just a small chase, but it would just be one stock. I'm just worried because people are not able to. People are just not able to trade. And the worst thing is that a lot of these brokers do not let you buy pre-market, so as soon as the market opens, everybody who has been dying to sell right then and there, since the pre-market is going to have that order placed at the market open. Maybe I'm being a little chicken again, but I'm just going to take that into consideration. I probably won't trade it, but I see a nice potential breakout over this 383 level. Alright, it is 9:28. NAKD did this nice breakout here. A bit of a waste because it was not during the market open. This is pre-market. Had this have waited just a little more for the market open, this thing would be probably a lot better off. Even though it is a third day, it's a very volatile stock. I'll be interested in inverse head and shoulders potentially. Would not really want to short this, but definitely going to be resistance in the 330s if it gets there. Yeah, LMFA, just going to continue watching. No clear setups right here. GME is at 381, so it's below that level that I was interested in, but you could play around and nitpick and say, well, maybe the level's 384 or 377 or 373. At the end of the day, it's still pre-market. There is likely, I could be totally wrong, but there are probably people who are going to be selling their positions into the market open. At least that's what I'm going to guess. I mean, it's continued the uptrend, but then it kind of dropped a little. It could scare some people. Not the worst charts. It's, you know, it could be a lot worse. But yeah, no clear setup right there right now. I'm just gonna continue watching it. And CATB, I might remove this. Yeah, I'll probably remove it. I mean, I'll just keep it because it's nice price action. It's up a bunch, but the volume is just not there. So that's what I got for right now. Alright, it's 9:31 a.m. Yeah, I was totally wrong, and you know, it's okay to be wrong. I mean, I guess I was right on the setup of it breaking above this 373 range. Didn't have the exact number in mind, but alright, maybe I was right. I'm just gonna say that you know, I did not take into account that there might be just a crap ton of people squeezed, so they're right at the market open. They're buying to get out of their short positions, and you know, even though there might be a lot of people dumping their shares, right, there could also be a lot of people who are being squeezed and they're trying to get out. That was a large movement right here. So I would call this. It almost looks like it wasn't a sell there, but a short sell, because it was all at once. Then it seemed like just small amounts of people. I don't think Wall Street Bets has people trading, you know, $30,000 positions. That's a bit crazy. And I just want 30,000 position, a lot of them. I don't think Wall Street Bets is that strong, especially for them to all pop up, you know, like that, with 100 share volumes. Maybe it was a bunch of 1s to 30s, but not like that. LMFA could be a dip buy. I just missed it, didn't see it there. CATB not doing much, and NAKD, the wasted, you know, this would have been very nice, very, very nice if it did it, you know, at the market open the breakout. It just didn't, and now it's fading. Gonna keep looking for setups. Nothing clear right now. Alright, it is 9:37 a.m. I went ahead and turned off, restarted eTrade Pro. It's just been a laggy mess. A few minutes after that last recording, I don't know, maybe some kind of conspiracy here. If you have GameStop on your platform, it's just gonna make it all laggy. I still have NAKD, which maybe could be bad too if the conspiracy is right, but it's just ridiculously lagging. Haven't even looked to see if there are old TCs available for a number 5 setup, to which I don't see any. Yeah, I'm just gonna take things very easy. It tends to catch up around 10 o'clock. This tends to run a lot better. LMFA will be sketchy, but you know, it could be a dip buy here based off of this level there. But I'm not gonna trade when it's like this. Who would trade like this with this amount of lag, this amount of delay? I'm connected to the internet. It's not my internet. I have a direct cable to the router via Ethernet. It's one of the most solid ways you can get internet. A straight connection to the router with a cable. I don't like anywhere else. I don't have internet problems anywhere else. I refuse to believe that it's just me. Yeah. So I'm gonna keep looking. I'm gonna be cautious, not gonna trade right now. I'm just gonna keep looking. At least right now, while I can't trade, because the platform is laggy, and that's just something I don't want to do. I don't want to be trading with a platform that's laggy. Alright, it's 9:44. It's starting to pick up. It's starting to work again. Even Interactive Brokers, their order ticket on their web platform did not work. It was down a bunch of times as well. Not like I wanted to trade, unfortunately, because of this. Although I feel like if so many people are not able to trade, it's going to affect certain setups. A new OTC I added, BRLL, was a nice number 5 setup. I just wasn't able to trade. Was it this one? No, this one doesn't look as good as the one I saw. Hold on, let me see which one it was. I need to stop them from jumping around. on the watch list and see which one it was. And now it's starting to lag there, so yeah, hold up, it's lagging pretty badly. The charts are not loading. Might have been TSMP. Oh, it looks like we got the lag again. It's starting to get better, but now it got worse. I'll come back with an update later. Yeah, just not gonna trade like this. Okay, E-Trade Pro is starting to work, I think, for now at least. Maybe recording it just doesn't help it get any better. LKNCY is sketchy OTC, Chinese company, but a very, very nice number 5 setup. Tim actually went in this. I'm gonna watch it. It's like a high-priced OTC stock. CATB, just nothing I want to trade right now. No setups right here. LMFA did break this level if you wanted to do that sketchy dip buy. Uptrending again. The markets overall looks like it's recovering, but at one point it was down more than 1%, which could affect all the stocks out here. If the overall markets are tanking, this might be a dip buy opportunity right here. I might consider a dip buy here. It's not, but I get wrecked a lot in these. I'd have to consider it. And I guess the number 5 setup was AOPP, the one I missed. But it was pretty fast, so I don't feel too bad. I'll keep looking. Okay, it's a 9:52 a.m. NAKD could be a nice uptrend from here. When it dropped to 180, it had a ridiculous amount of people on the level 2 and the bidding and the bids. A lot of people on the bids, okay, that helped affirm that this thing could spike. The problem with it is that I didn't trade it just because the platform continues to do these little stutter lags, sometimes for longer than a few seconds, and I don't really want to get stuck with that to get in the trade and then the platform's not working or something like that. I'm probably finding a little baby excuse to not trade it, but I just don't like how laggy the platform has been. It's nice now. It was a lot worse when it was here back in the 180s. We'll see how long this thing can be. It could make an inverse head and shoulders, but I would want it to spike a bit higher to the 195s for it to do an inverse head and shoulders. LMFA, just nothing I want to trade. CATB, I guess the dip buy here is holding, but you would have had to have been quick. You would have had to have been there in 1 penny. 1 penny quick. Yeah, so I don't regret missing that at all. I don't. And let's see what the sketchy stock is doing. GME is at 331. Very impressive spike here to the 365s. Yeah, definitely no longer above that range I was looking at previously. Yeah, I was right. I mean, a lot of people, as soon as the market opens, because I know a lot of platforms, people who aren't experienced haven't set their accounts right. They just can't trade until the market opens. And, that's what led to all this selling. Although I feel like it might have been some short sellers too, because there were some rather large positions in there. I forgot which one of these, but a lot of shares were traded. So I guess I was right, although I didn't feel like it. Yeah, no setups right now. I'll just keep looking. CATB, it might not be such a bad inverse head and shoulders if it downtrends again to the 320s, the 330s. Who knows? And NAKD is at 187. Not an inverse head and shoulders. I would have wanted this. I mean, it could still make one, but I would have wanted this to have spiked higher to the 93s. The head is right at the shoulder. If you count the wick, just not the best. It could still work out though. Okay, it's 10:03 a.m. NAKD failed. Inverse head and shoulders, shoulder head. Just did not make the shoulder again. I didn't like the head. It wasn't lower than the shoulder here. Even if it was just a wick here, it wasn't lower. Oh, I guess it was lower by what? A penny. It was a penny lower. Then it spiked to the neckline here. That's why it didn't work out. I mean, could have still worked out, but it didn't have a nice spike to the neckline. It didn't get to 93 ideally, at least, or maybe even a better one at 205. Just didn't play out. LMFA, this one had more potential to be an inverse head and shoulders, but it was a bit of a quick one. If it was going to work out, shoulder head, it might have been the shoulder here. Again, it just didn't spike much. If you look at some of my older videos, and like my older videos, you know, there have been some very nice inverse head and shoulders. This is not it. CATB broke out of this, I'd say this $4 range, which is impressive. You know, if it spikes a bunch and then maybe it downtrends, gets back to 4, holds 4, puts up a higher low or something, that would be an interesting buy. But right now, no clear setups, nothing on the OTCs that I want to trade. Tim stock LKNTY was a nice spiker. A number 5 setup from 10 all the way to 11.45. That was sketchy. E-Trade Pro was definitely running a lot better. I'm not having the issues anymore. And, you know, it's been happening, you know, like as we get to the market open, it starts to be laggy. I have it recorded, of course, but I don't remember for how long was it doing this, if it was before the GME fiasco, or if it was only like after it started to happen. Who knows why it happens, but it happens. Yeah, no setups right now. Maybe CATB if it does that confirmed breakout over 4, which it might not do. And if it goes up too much and then it drops to 4, that might actually be bad. Alright, 10-11. It's just not the best one. NAKD. Ooh, it's not. Probably not. I mean, was looking at it for an inverse head and shoulders, basing this as a head, this as a shoulder, right? But first, it didn't spike really as high as the 191 range. Number 2, it looks like the shoulder, if it makes one, it's not even going to be at the range of this one. So if it makes a shoulder here, you know, for example, 74, not saying it will or won't. Resistance, let's say here, resistance, it's just not ideal for an inverse head and shoulders. It's a downtrending inverse head and shoulders. It's just less, it can still work out, just less odds of it working. LMFA could also make an inverse head and shoulders, but it would have to spike a lot. It would have to go back to the 70s maybe, or at least the 60s. CATB at $5. If this thing were to go to 4 now, that would be too sketchy, unless it just drops super quickly, right? And then it starts holding, but probably missed that setup there, which is totally fine. Just a sketchy, it could play out, just a sketchy inverse head and shoulders here, because it's a downtrending inverse head and shoulders. I'll keep looking, but no clear setups right now. Okay, it's 10:24 a.m. No setups here. Almost looks like a head and shoulders. It could make a like a bull flag and continue a run up. I don't have too much experience with bull flags, and it's making if it breaks this level right here, it will be impressive. But you know, right now I see lower highs. Could definitely make a big spike from here. Just not sure about it. LMFA did not really spike up to the neckline here in the 260s or even the 250s, so you know, it could still play out, but I'm not going to trade a low odds inverse head and shoulders. NAKD put up a more defined shoulder, just lower again in this range. Just a low odds setup again, just no setups right now. Nothing I see in the OTCs that I want to trade. Let's just take a look at GameStop. It's at 300. Nothing I really want to trade with it. Volume is fading. Clear level of support is 305, although it's had some big wicks down here. That might even be fueling like a spike afterwards because they get squeezed. Yeah, no setups right now. I'll just continue looking. We're at 10:30. very soon. Okay, it's 10:36 a.m. CATB, very nice bull flag. Very nice bull flag setup. I'm going to save a screenshot of this and go back and review it, as well as the other bull flag stocks. Very nice. I was a bit conflicted here when it did this right here, because I wanted it to be higher. It did make a wick higher, so I didn't look at it afterwards. This is a very nice bull flag. Dropped, confirmed breakout over this level right here, because it dropped right towards the breakout level. You know, even from here, 540 to 620, just a very nice bull flag. I'm going to save this as a bull flag chart with Mrs. CATB. Oh, it looks like yesterday. No, not yesterday. It looks like last month. I saw the stock for Head and Shoulders. That's very interesting. Wow, okay. This is a very nice bull flag. I only have a few of these, but I'm gonna go ahead and study this pattern some more. You know, add more trades to my arsenal. Inverse head and shoulders, inverse head and shoulders, second higher low, dip buy towards recent support. You know, ascending triangle, descending triangle. This is a new one, confirmed. You know, breakout, sure, but it was a bull flag. This was a very nice bull flag setup. A lot of setups I'm adding to my arsenal. That's a nice one, bull flags. All right, this seems like they can work out. A bit of a symmetrical triangle, a bit sketchy there, but very nice bull flag. LMFA again just didn't spike out to this neckline, so wasn't considering it for an inverse head and shoulders. And what happened here? What? Alright, there we go. NAKD, again, this one wasn't good either, although it was a little better. No setups, but I am happy for Monday. Potential number 5 setups with BLOZF. This is a great runner, great OTC stock. Gonna be a potential number 5 one day or another. Another one is BRLL. This is gonna be a nice number 5 setup as well. Although I like BLOZF because of the price action. I like the price more. Let me add it right here. Yeah, just gonna be nice number 5s to look at in the future. ALPP, I'd say recovered a bit better. Also a number 5 setup. A lot of nice potential setups coming up. It's 10:39. I'll probably look a little more. It would be unfortunate if BLOZF you know, goes ahead and makes the number 5 setup without me here. Sorry about that. If it does a number 5 now, I guess I'd have to look at it and really consider it. Ideally it doesn't, and maybe Monday I'll be able to trade it for number 5. But if this one starts fading like crazy, it might be a stock that I have to take into consideration. Unfortunately, there's no real level of support to risk this off of, and it is heading towards midday a little bit. I don't see any lows of support here in a 1-year chart. Maybe support in the 160-ish level. Yeah, maybe support in 160. I'm gonna just watch this one. If not, I'll call it off and look forward to the new setups for Monday. And yeah, that's all I can do is just keep going at it.